recording?
It's recording now.
Yes, now I see that it's recording, so it's good. And do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that means it's going to be recorded as well. So as I said, get my lawyer is correct. However, this part, there's something missing. There are lots different types dogs. They're missing prepositions. Let me run it real quick.
There are lots of different types of dogs.
It is because these sounds are so clipped. Usually when it's a preposition on, in, act, they are not so important, or they are not very emphasized in a sentence. So there's a tendency for them not to be said as clearly as we wanted them. So I'd like you to pay attention to this. It's the same word that you missed.
There are lots different types of dogs.
Yes.
There are lots of.
Yes. And
Types of dogs.
yes. Okay. Now, I'd like you to listen. If you could hear them, let me know if you hear the word of clearly. All right? Be honest, because this is about you, not about the expectations. All right? Let me play it again. This time I'm going to run it slower.
There are lots of different dogs.
You see it? You see? You know why you don't hear them? I'll be surprised if you hear of.
Again.
I will be surprised if you hear of.
No, I don't hear of.
Good. Listen again.
There are lots of different types of dogs.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No of.
It's good. That means you're honest. Because most of the students will say, oh, I hear it. And I would like smile. You're imagining what you're hearing. You know why? Later, I'll ask you to listen to it, and then you will hear it because you know what to expect.
Yeah.
This word is pronounced of.
Of.
And one tool I'd like you to practice having is Google Translate. Okay.
Turn off the light.
Okay. Listen.
Turn off the light. Turn off the light.
Did you hear off?
Off, yes.
Okay, good. Now listen to the second sentence. All right.
Turn off the light. This is the light of Kevin.
Did you hear off on the second sentence?
One again, yeah.
Definition of motion.
Can you just play the sentence too?
Right.
1. Turn off the light. 2. This is the light of Kevin.
Did you hear off on
Yes.
number 2? Really? Okay, I'm gonna remove
light.
I'm gonna remove this one.
Yes.
After the word light, Think of if you hear off, Kevin.
2. This is the light of Kevin.
Yes, yes.
This is the light of Kevin.
That of Kevin.
Did you hear
Light of.
off?
Yes.
It's not off.
Not of.
It's
Light
of.
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 Of. It's a V sound, not an F sound. Okay. Let
Light
me
of.
light of.
I can hear the of.
Of, right?
Of.
No, it's not off. It's of.
Of.
Look at this one.
Of.
The word of is not pronounced off, but it's pronounced of.
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 You know
Of.
why? Have sound pairs. Accidents happen in pronunciation because of sound pairs. Sound pairs are the same precision. Everything is the same except one thing. And that is most of the time in sound pairs, it's either a sound of a vowel different, a sound of a consonant, but most of the time the difference is because of the vibration. Let's pronounce letter F. F.
F.
Okay.
F.
Okay. Later on, I'd like you to watch this video and look at your mouth and turn the mute button, and you will see that F and V has the same position. The difference is vibration, right?
Vibration, yes.
Yes. Now, Americans, and V has the same position. I don't know why they pronounce off correctly, but they do not pronounce of correctly, off correctly. They're both supposed to be off, right? But the preposition is pronounced as of. It's like an A and a V, like of. You remember the schwa sound?
Of. Day of. Of.
Not F, but
light of.
Of.
Light
Okay.
of.
I'd like you to do one thing.
Of.
You remember the schwa sound, right? This sound. Correct. Now, I want you to say v. Yes. Now, no. Of. Correct. Of. Correct. I'd like you to say the shorter. No. Look at my mouth. I want you to hold your chin by the tip of your finger, either the thumb or the forehead, like this. Okay. Now, no, the bone of the chin. Yes, correct. Now, say No. You have to open your mouth and the jaw should not move. Correct. No, that's correct.
Okay. I like to see your face like.
I'm on the video. I don't know why you don't see me.
Okay.
Do you see me now?
Yeah. But in the small icon.
You can drag the picture so it can become bigger, or double click on the picture.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah.
All right. You see me now?
Yeah.
So the sound that we have to produce are two, and v. Okay. Now look at me. Is my chin moving? Correct. No, your jaw is moving. Okay. Okay. First, let's break it down into sounds. Okay, I want you to hold your chin like this. Okay.
Oh.
Hold. Now open it a bit, like this. Now say no, just the letter A. Yes. The sound is not coming from your chest. The sound is coming from your tummy, like Your tummy is squeezing. Stomach.
Stomach.
Yes, stomach.
Stomach.
The one on your belly.
Yeah.
Okay. Correct. Yes. In this case, the jaw is not moving, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let's produce the second sound with the lips moving but not the jaw. Correct. Now say the two sounds together. No, it takes time because our jaw is made to move the way we always did because we have always done it the same. And because it's a habit, we need to break down the movements. So we need to copy the movements. Later on, we will be able to produce the sounds accurately. And believe me, I don't know why, but when you can produce the sound, you will hear the sound clearly as you should, the way it was produced. Because right now you're hearing of as off. Okay, now I want you to hold your chin again. Let's produce the two sounds of. Correct. Yes, you're becoming comfortable because your lip movements are controlled and correct without like earlier when you review the video, you will see you're doing this, you're moving your jaw, right? Later you can look at the video. The reason why I want you to record it is because I want you to see the before and after, because once you know how to do it correctly, your body would, and you have repeated it correctly several times, your body would resist to do the wrong thing. All right, so I want us to repeat of 10 times. Slowly. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I want you to listen to the
I
same.
start hungry now. Yeah. Because the pot is too hot with my stomach.
Have some water. Have some water. Always have some water to sip. All right. Now I will ask you to listen first to Google because Google is more standardized, right? And then later I'm going to ask you to listen to the same thing that we tried to listen to earlier. All right.
2. This is the light of Kevin. 2. This is the light of Kevin. 2. This is the light of Kevin. 2. This is the light of Kevin.
This is the light of Kevin.
Light of Kevin. Light of Kevin.
Do you hear of Kevin? Light of Kevin. Light of Kevin. Not off. Not off. But
light of.
Light of.
Light of.
Yes.
Light
it's a V sound. Light of Kevin.
Light of.
Light of Kevin.
Light of
Kevin.
Okay.
Light of Kevin.
Because this one says the word of longer and more standardized than regular speech. Look at the one we just stopped listening. Listening to. So lots of, types of. I want you to repeat lots of. Lots of. And, yes, types of.
Types of.
Okay. Now I want you to listen again and see if you'd be able to pick up off or of.
There are lots of different types of dogs. There are lots of different types of dogs. There are lots of different types of dogs. Lots of different types. Lots of different types. Lots of different types of dogs.
Do you hear lots of?
No.
Lots of different types of dogs.
The first part, lots of different types of dogs. This part, lots of.
That.
Yes, lots of different, and types of.
Types of.
Types of. Ah, I understand why. One more. There's another thing that makes it difficult to hear because of liaison. Liaison is word connection or blending. There are 4 rules about this, but the most common rule that is applied is rule number 1, which is consonant vowel. So we know that consonants are B to Z, and vowels only have 5 ones. A, E, I, O, U. Yes, if it's not A, E, I, O, U, it's a consonant. All right. Now, this happens when a word, this is rule number 1, liaison rule 1, a consonant is followed by a vowel. We are not pronounced. This is 80% of the time, all right? There's always a time when people are emphasizing things. They will not blend when they are emphasizing. Example, there are lots of different types of dogs. If I'm saying of as emphasized, I will not blend. But if I'm saying it on a regular manner, normally I will blend or I will liaise. Okay, they are not pronounced as separate sounds.
Consonants followed by a vowel.
What do I mean?
They are not pronounced as separate sounds together.
Okay. Okay. Here.
My name.
My ends in a Y sound, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then N, so they will not blend. They're both consonants, right? But here, although it's ending in an E, we don't pronounce the E, right? We pronounce it as M, the ending sound, right? This one is pronounced as name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
my name is Kevin.
Because I is a vowel, we don't say my name is Kevin. We say
my
name is. My name is Kevin.
Oh, really?
Yes, my name is Kevin.
My name is Kevin.
Yes, but we don't notice that because we thought they're saying my name is Kevin. It's not pronounced separately unless your name is Kelvin. No, my name is Kevin. When you're correcting and you want to emphasize something, you pause before a preposition or you don't blend because you're emphasizing the word. But when later on, you'll be able to see this liaison thing. All right. Now that you know it, I'd like you to read this thing.
My name is Kevin. My name is Kevin. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
Okay. Tell me where are the liaised sounds?
Liaised.
Liaised. Liaised is the liaison is the noun. Yes, liaison is the noun. Liaised or blended, okay. Liaised is the verb. Liaised. Or blended.
Blended.
Blended, blending, liaised. That means they are put together. Okay. So where are the liaisons in this sentence? In the first sentence, it's name and is, right? Consonant and then a vowel. Although it's not a consonant looking word, it's a consonant ending sound, right? Okay. Here, I want you to tell me which one, two.
And
actually, there are 4 liaisons, but yes, there are 4 liaisons, but there are just 3 falling under rule number 1. The other one is rule number 2, but we will not discuss about rule number 2 because you can recognize it. Rule number 1, we focus on it. So, how do you say this? I'm sorry. What are the liaise sounds? First, look at what
grow up.
Okay, grow up. Okay, so you don't say grow up. You say grow up, right? Grow up. When I grow up.
When I grow up.
Listen to me. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a doctor.
Be a doctor.
Be a doctor.
Yes.
Be a.
Okay, be a. This one is innocent looking. You don't pronounce it as be or be. You pronounce this as be, right? That's why be a doctor.
Be a.
Yes. This one is grow up.
Grow up. Grow up.
Up.
And I grow up.
Grow up. You don't say grow up, but you say grow up.
Grow up.
Actually, the next liaison, when the sounds are repeated, like this one, this is rule number 2. But we won't do rule number 2 right now because you can recognize the words. Okay, so you don't say want to be, but want to be.
Want to be.
Yes, want to be. Want to be. There's another rule that complicates this. Sometimes want to be becomes wanna be.
Want to be.
Yes, wanna be. Because when T is in the middle of 2 consonants, it becomes invisible sometimes. The T rules. But we will go there once we reach that example. All right. So where is the other liaison? Rule 1. Here in the sentence. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. When I grow up, I want to be a doctor. Be a doctor, okay.
Be a doctor.
Actually, you said it. I heard you said it right.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
Yes, you already said it correctly, but I want you to identify it. Okay. Say the sentence again.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
Did you notice that you say when I? You didn't say when.
Grow up,
you did not say when I, but you said when I. When I. That's correct.
When I.
If you go back to this video, you said it correctly. You said when I grow up.
Okay.
Okay.
When I grow up.
Yes.
I want to be a doctor.
Yes. Sometimes so many rules overlap one thing, and okay. Let's go back to other sentences, and I would make you wait, Shirley, one please. I'm looking for dialogues that we can see liaison, and I'm gonna ask you to listen to it. Okay. Here. Is your name? Oh no, Marty. This one is also liaison rule 2. When you don't say is your, you say is your. You remember? Is your? You remember? This is rule number 4. But
Yeah,
we'll go there
hard.
later. But you were able to look here. You say it's your name, right? Is your name. It's also rule number 4. But we'll talk about that. Once the error makes a lot of difference in the meaning. Let us find another example. No, this is the first one. But I'd like you to remember liaison rule 1. You'll be hearing it a lot in the examples that we have. So now, can you say types of? There are lots of different types of dogs.
There are lots different types.
Not lots.
Dogs.
Lots of.
Lots of.
Let me copy that for you.
There are lots of different types of dogs.
Okay. So you will hear here. Here they are emphasizing R. Okay. Here they are emphasizing R, so that it was not liaised. But if it's liaised, you will hear there are. There are. Listen if they say there are or there are. I think they said there are because they are emphasizing R, like many, right? So, but I heard there are lots of different types of. You can say of or of. It's the same. Lots of.
There are lots of different types of dogs.
Can you say lots of?
Lots of.
Lots of.
Lots of.
Okay. Types of.
Types of.
Types of.
Types of.
Types of. Types of.
Types of.
Okay. Now I'd like you to listen again.
There are lots of different types of dogs. There are lots of different types of dogs. There are lots of different types of dogs. There are lots of different.
Did you hear so?
A little, not very clear.
Okay. I promise you, if you practice liaison, lots of different types of dogs, I would like you to do one thing. Paste any article that you can read online, of course in English, and then, so this is the homework. Whenever you learn something the first time, the best way to make it permanent is to have an exercise. Yes.
Abilities.
Yes.
Listening abilities.
What
I like to improve.
Improve that. Because this one ends with a V.
Okay.
And then at. Improve that. Correct. Improve that. Yes, let's check if it's funny.
That's why I can not understand the native people.
Exactly. But you know, I tell you, if you take this listening thing seriously and you try to go back to the classes that we have and you listen to how you performed before and the difference of your production, the movement of your jaw and your mouth, as I tell you, you will hear things that you didn't thought that you were hearing or understanding, right? This is the reason why people don't understand, because there are some technicalities as well as not being able to copy the sound, right? Okay, now let's check if you would see some difference in how a machine like Google Translate will say it. It doesn't say listening ability, but listening ability is what I like to improve at this moment. It will not liaise everything because it's a robot, but I'm gonna copy the link so you'd be able to. Actually, you can do that because I know you can copy paste. Okay, where's that? Okay.
Listening ability is what I like to improve at this moment.
In this case, listening ability was not liaised, very squeezed, but ability is, and what I was thing, and improve at was liaised. This two, what I and ability is. Now I'm gonna play it. The second time we play the thing, it becomes slower. Okay.
Listening ability is what I like to improve at this moment.
First, what ability is, it's not liaised, but what I was liaised. Now I want you to focus on what I. If the machine liaised it.
Listening ability is what I like to improve at this moment.
Did you hear what I?
Yes.
Okay. Improve at was liaised. Improve at. Not va, but vat. Okay. Improve at. Okay.
Improve at.
Now focus on at. Oh, I can remove the text.
Improve at this moment. Improve at this moment.
Did you hear?
Yes.
Improve at this moment.
Improve at this moment.
Improve at this moment.
Improve at this moment.
Yes.
Smart machine.
No, it's following rules.
Rules.
That's why it's saying that. And this one, it was not liaised, as I heard.
Listening ability. Listening ability.
Not listening ability, but it was slightly liaised. Listening ability.
Listening ability.
Yes, correct. You said it correctly. That much. It didn't say listening ability, but listening ability. It was short of a liaison. All right. Now let me remove the parts, because once you appreciate the small things are really happening, you'll be able to have a better set of ears, right?
Listening ability is. Listening ability is.
It didn't say ability is, but ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is.
Is. Listening ability is.
Ability is. Right? Ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is. It was not that liaise, but just a little.
Abilities.
Correct. This part.
What that?
What I
was
really liaised.
Listening ability is what I. Listening ability is what I.
Listening
is what I.
Yes, it's not what I, but what I, right?
What
I. The reason why I want you to have a text is I want.
Listening ability is. Listening ability is.
It didn't say ability is, but ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is.
Is. Listening ability is.
Ability is. Right? Ability is.
Ability is.
Ability is. It was not that liaise, but just a little.
Abilities.
Correct. This part.
What that?
What I
What
was
that?
really liaised.
Listening ability is what I.
What
Listening ability is what I.
What
Listening is what I.
Yes, it's not what I, but what I, right?
What I.
What I.
What I.
The reason why I want you to have a text is I want you to predict the possible liaisons. Then the brain gets triggered faster, right? So your homework, I'm really serious about this homework. Get a text with a, this one, I'm sure with a, is a liaise with a review of UN. I'm not sure, but this might be, I'll come back to you next week with okay, let's try this one. It's better if it's a recording. You remember I told you, if you, I don't know if you're the guy whom I told this with, if you have a recording of a conference.
Conference?
Conference, like a meeting, like, yes, a conference call or a meeting. If you have a recording, I'm not saying share it with me. I'm not telling you that because those might be confidential. I want you to run them on a text-to-speech recognition thingy.
Okay, I can share.
And then, no, you don't need to share them to me because this is recorded. What you have might be confidential, or you can just give me a clip that's
no confidential.
Oh, okay. So listen to that and then tell me what part was difficult for you to understand. There are two reasons why people who know English do not understand spoken English. One, they don't know the tendencies of the sounds like we do right now. Or second, they don't know the vocabulary or the context. With you, I don't think that's the case. I think it's just the recognition of the sounds, right? So if you can produce a sound, that can be solved. Okay, you can find a text to an audio file. Maybe take like 1 or 2 minutes of it. Tell like the parts that was difficult for you to understand, and then run it on a text to speech, and then we can check if it was accurate, and later we can check if you can copy the sound. So later on, if you listen, if you are able to listen back and see if there's any difference with how you hear the sounds and how you understand, right? I want us to have real life application, because that's when you will appreciate the training, or the little things that put together will make you a lot of like confidence in listening to it. Okay, so here